A new Tampa Bay Business Journal hits newsstands today, and editor Alexis Muellner is here now to talk about some of the week's big stories. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you.
You too.
The election, of course, 2 weeks away, and the Florida Business Journal got a chance to talk with some other business journals from across the state to see where the candidates stand on issues that affect the business community.
Right. Tampa Bay is one of 4 in the state. We have 40 business journals around the country. We collaborated with our sister news organizations to really press the candidates on business issues. It's such a tight race. What an interesting race. It's sort of a toss-up at this point. When you look at business questions, we asked about, say, tax incentives and how either candidate would look to retain businesses or attract others. The Chris campaign did not respond to our comments. The Scott campaign did through other people, so neither candidate actually talked to us, which was kind of revealing in and of itself. But when it comes to things like incentives, Charlie Crist wants to focus on industry clusters, for example, whereas the governor says that the incentives are just one tool in an overall business strategy. There's a lot more in our package, but this might be the other part of the equation that allows some voters to decide on how they approach business.
And also in the Business Journal this week, the annual meeting for the Economic Development Corporation of Hillsborough County held the meeting this week, and at the last minute, a special appearance.
Yes, well, the Tampa Bay Rays asked to speak to the group. The Tampa Hillsborough EDC focuses on economic development for the county, and when the Rays came in, it was sort of interesting because they're a bit of an outsider, being sort of based in St. Petersburg. Now the Rays have been sort of quiet in talking about the stadium issue, preferring to allow things to work themselves out. Now there's a big issue about Tropicana Field and St. Pete and their lease, but it's indicative of them beginning to get out into the community, especially in Tampa and Hillsborough County, to approach a very influential group, and we thought that was pretty revealing.
Really interesting.
Very much so.
And also, you broke the news this week that an iconic burger brand is coming back to the Bay Area. Tell us about the revival of Goody Goody.
More sizzle in Goody Goody, which Richard Gonsmart, the co-owner and part of the fifth-generation family that owns the Columbia restaurant, bought this brand, and a lot of old people have been in this market for a long time. I got here in 2004, and I think it closed in 2005. But Goody Goody dates back to the 20s, and there was a cult following, and when you buy the brand, he wants to resurrect it and bring sort of the butterscotch pie that people may remember, but also sort of stock it with local ingredients, Florida beef, and to sort of focus on supplying it with local ingredients.
Always good to see you.
You too.
And for more Business Journal headlines, go to our mobile app and look in the money section on ABC Action News mobile app.